Signal around the globe. Direct from New York City. It's Brad Blanks.
Bobby Cannavale, how are you, mate?
Hey, I'm good, man.
Yeah, you, Boardwalk Empire, people that sit down and watch this, the first scene is you in all your glory.
Yeah, man. Imagine how I felt when I first read it. I couldn't believe it. It's like a dream come true to be in the first scene of a show and then to do something like that. That was my very first day shooting on the show, too.
Really?
The first scene I shot on this show. So it was pretty intense.
What's the night before in the hotel? I mean, obviously in this he gets very brutal. He's very gangster-like with another gentleman. But the night before when you're preparing for this, do you have to go to some deep places in your head? Or?
Yeah, I just don't go to sleep, you know. I didn't sleep the night before. That was a 4:30 in the morning pickup on a February morning. And
where do they take you to Brooklyn, or where do they take you?
I was nervous, you know. That was Brooklyn. I live in New York, so it's no biggie for me. But I've never done anything like that. I think after this, I will be able to beat anybody with a rubber implement. So I've done more damage with fake wrenches and fake sticks and fake guns. I've beaten everybody half to death with rubber implements. So I think I'm going to be very good at it now.
You're a great addition to the show. I said to Steve Buscemi, you kind of bring the Joe Pesci in Goodfellas to this. You bring a bit of to this. Do you feel like that you've brought this to the third season?
Yeah, I think the character definitely does that. I mean, you know, if I were objective about it and wasn't playing the part, I think it was a pretty badass part. Yeah. And I always say to people, I've never had a boring scene. Every single scene that I get to do is exciting, and I'm all over this bitch. It's really, really exciting, and I just never dreamed I could have this crazy a part. It's really a crazy role.
And in terms of Steve Buscemi, you and him going up against each other, I mean, you've always been up against good actors in your career, but him, can you pull out some little magic moments? Little nuggets?
I'm always nervous before I work with Steve because he's like one of my heroes, you know. I've been such a fan of his for so long, and you know, all I ever wanted to do was just stay here and work here in New York. And you know, Steve, like Stanley Tucci and John Turturro, and they're guys I emulate because they've managed to stay here and be considered New York actors. And so every time I work with Steve, I sort of, you know, I do a few breaths in my room before I come out, and then because I got to be cool as shit when I'm with him, and I gotta treat him like garbage. So that takes more preparation than killing random people.
Well, thanks for not going Gyp Rosetti on my soft ass.
No problem.
Yeah, he's such a happy guy too. Wait till you see him in this show.
You think that's going to be good for me walking down the street, or a problem? Probably both.
Might be a problem.
It might be a problem.
Rosetti, you prick.
Yeah, totally.